Now, the first thing you can do is to use the Eisenhower Matrix. And now the Eisenhower Matrix is a very simple matrix with 4 quadrants: important and urgent, not important and urgent, not urgent and important, and not important and not urgent. And now hopefully I have a picture of it over here. And honestly, it's very simple to use and it will help you set your priorities. So for example, if you have 10 tasks that you need to complete over the next week, sometimes it can get quite overwhelming. So write down everything that you need to do and then start adding the things in the matrix. So for example, you might find that out of the 10 things, 3 of them are important and urgent, meaning that you need to get them done today and they're very important. So you would put them in the important and urgent category. And then you might also find that some of the things that you thought you needed to do and were very urgent weren't as urgent and important as you thought. So having this matrix will help you set your priorities and you'll be able to understand what you need to focus on right now and what can wait a bit. And now the second idea, I picked it up from Atomic Habits by James Clear, and it's called the 2-minute rule. Now the 2-minute rule says that if something takes you less than 2 minutes, do it as soon as you think of it. So for example, if you're sitting down on the couch and you're debating when to throw the trash out, do it as soon as you think of it, because I promise you, you will find that you will spend like 20 minutes sitting on the couch debating when to do it, whereas it could have just taken you less than 2 minutes and you would have been able to enjoy your lovely YouTube video in peace. And this applies to so many different things throughout your day. Whenever you think of something that you need to do and you realize that this thing will take you less than 2 minutes, do it as soon as it comes to mind, because you'll find that you will spend time thinking about whether or not to do it, whereas you could have just done it in less than 2 minutes and got it out of the way. Now the third idea is to plan your day from the night before. Because planning from the night before will minimize the gap between you being in bed and doing what you actually need to do. Because most of the time when we wake up in the morning and we don't know what we need to do, we spend so much time procrastinating until we actually do what it is that needs to get done. And when I say plan from the night before, that doesn't mean you need to have the full next day planned, but at least have some of the morning tasks you need to get done written down, so that when you wake up, you don't need to spend so much time thinking about what you need to do. Now the fourth idea is to match the difficulty of the task with your energy level throughout the day. And now I want you to ask yourself, when am I most productive throughout the day? Now I promise you, there is no right answer to this. Everyone will have a different answer. So for example, me, I know that I'm most productive from 9 a.m. to like 11 a.m. And then my energy level dips from like 12 to 2. And then from 2 to 5, I'm also very productive. So then when I'm writing my daily to-do list, I will put the tasks that need the most energy in the parts of the day that I have the most energy. For example, I know that working on project A and project B requires so much energy from me. So then from 9 to 11, I will work on project A, and from 2 to 5, I will work on project B. And then in the times of the day when I have low energy, I will put the tasks that don't need that much effort and energy. So for example, I know that reading emails doesn't need that much energy from me. So when my energy levels start to go down, that's when I'll start to read my emails. Now, like I said before, there's no right answer to this. Some people, they're night owls and they have their most energy late at night. And they like to get the most difficult tasks done before they go to sleep. If you're a night owl, then that's what you should do. And do the low energy tasks earlier in the day. But maybe you're on the other category that likes to eat the frog, which essentially means you get the most difficult task of the day done at the beginning of the day. So find out how your body works. Try to understand, when do I get tired? When do I have the most energy? And then allocate the tasks based on that. And finally, we have the Pomodoro technique. Now, the Pomodoro technique is very simple. You focus for 25 minutes and then you take a 5-minute break. And then you focus for 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break, and you repeat that cycle 4 times, and then you take a longer break, which is around 15 to 20 minutes. And now, why is this so helpful? Because with the Pomodoro technique, you have something to look forward to. Because if you're just gonna tell yourself, I have to sit down and study for 5 hours, well, that's too overwhelming. But if you tell yourself, I need to study for 25 minutes and then I get a 5-minute break, that sounds so much nicer, because then you can break down a 5-hour study session into 25 hours of focus, 5 minutes. Oh, I said 25 hours. I meant 25 minutes of focus and then 5 minutes of break. And then you repeat that cycle 4 times and then you reward yourself with a longer 15 to 20 minute break. And now, as a quick recap, we have the Eisenhower Matrix, the 2-minute rule, understand your energy levels throughout the day, plan from the night before, and the Pomodoro technique. I hope you enjoyed our conversation and that I've given you something to think about. And like I always say, this is the Debo's way, find your own way. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day and I hope to see you soon. Peace!